Quicksilver pill. They started barbecuing people. Permanent neurological damage. Fell into coma. Almost as good as chewing 5 gum, except with hypothermia. Wooden dildos. Hello, my name is Max, I'm a clinical psychologist, and today I wanted to talk about the screwed up world of psychiatry back in the day. Buckle up, because this is going to get weird and also a little graphic, you've been warned. In the past, we treated each other with great respect and care, but you already knew that, so I wanted to tell you not only what happened, but also explain the logic behind those man-made horrors beyond comprehension. If people are acting weird, does it have something to do with demons or... Wait, what else can it be except demons? Good news! Christians preached love and care, so people started to build public hospitals, which became a neat little shelter for the mentally ill. Nice. The bad news: Christianity also brought the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expected it, naturally, and they started barbecuing people left and right. Cannot properly read a prayer because you have Parkinson's? Unlucky, my friend. Having an epileptic episode while Archbishop is doing his service? Yikes, talk about bad timing. Eating pineapple pizza? Well, let's just say the bonfire just became more tropical. Christianity also brought progressive ideas like craniatomy. That's when you just break people's skulls to let the demon come out of your head. Also just straight up beating the shit out of people. I don't know how it works, but the Romans also had it. It was called palm therapy. Come here, let me give you some palm therapy. And my personal favorite, the snake pit. It's when people were just pushed inside a well full of snakes. And you would ask, why? And obviously, to scare the evil spirit inside the patient, so it comes out, thus healing the patient. You know what always heals though? Subscribing to this channel. And liking this video, which you should do right now.
Do these work with pee?
A liquid is a liquid.
Before Christians was this dude, Hippocrates. He came up with the idea of 4 temperaments. You heard about it. Each temperament was connected to a liquid, like sanguine to blood, melancholic to black bile, etc. And the idea was that if there's something wrong with people, it must have something to do with the liquids. So, in order to heal them, we need to just rebalance the liquids. Easy, bro. This idea led to so much bullshit you would not believe it. And it all kept happening for 2,000 years. 2,000 years of liquid lunacy.
Yikes.
4 temperaments concept led to beautiful, innovative ideas like squeezing people like a Capri-Sun pack in order to see what liquid is inside.
Yes, science!
Bloodletting. You heard about it. Runny nose, insomnia, schizophrenia, doesn't matter. Just pull out the all-reliable bloodletting. Just so you know, the procedure was that you prick a dude and then let him chill until he loses like a full glass of blood. That's literally it. If you're feeling spicy, you can use a leech. Hydrotherapy. Water can get everywhere, right? All the little cracks in the skin, all the gaps, etc. And it's also a purifying liquid, so it's perfect for rebalancing all other liquids. How about spending 4 hours in a hot tub that is sealed on top so you cannot ascend? Sounds healthy. What about involuntarily ice-cold showers? Well, Joe Rogan does it. What about throwing people under the river ice mid-winter to keep them fresh? It's almost as good as chewing 5 gum, except with hypothermia.
Stimulate your senses.
All of those were used to treat psychosis, depression, manic episodes, panic attacks, you name it, everything. The noble arts of vomit therapy. You heard that right. We need to let the bad liquids out of the body, people. So, Erasmus Darwin, grandpa of the Darwin, by the way, decided that nailing patients to a bed or a chair and then rotating it with 100 RPM is a good idea. Imagine you sitting in this thing like in a fucking amusement park ride, not for 5 minutes, not for 20, but for 2 hours straight. A lot of people died because of this carousel. All of that was accompanied by a brutal, non-stop vomiting of patients all over the place. Imagine the smell in this room. Now, if you want to try a less technologically advanced approach, you can try a quicksilver pill. That's not a superhero name, that's a literal pill laced with quicksilver, hellebore or opium. All of that in order to cause vomit. So the amount of people that died because of that pill is unfathomable. What boggles my mind is that it never caused doubt in the physicians. Like 50% of my patients die and the other 50 just don't get better. Is it me? No, it's the patients who are wrong. Now let's let Hippocrates go. He's done enough. The modern era presented humanity with wonderful, progressive establishments like infamous Bethlehem Royal Hospital in England that became a noun because of how fucked up it was. Bicêtre in France, that was basically a prison up until 18th century, or Utica Psychiatric Center in the US, which came up with this. This is Utica Crib, basically a bed with walls on all sides with a lid on top. Also, patients were usually tied up inside of this thing. For a lot of people, this bed became their last one. Having a seizure? To the crib. Having a panic attack? Bro, you just need to chill. Hallucinations? Right to the crib. You can ask a pretty silly question, why? Well, because Benjamin Rush decided that all the problems in this world are because of the blood flow, and all of his patients were moving a lot, so all that blood goes into the brain and messes it up. Thus, in order to heal them, we just need to make them stationary. By force. Around that time, Bethlehem purchased new healing machines. Now, take a guess what Bethlehem considered to be a healing machine. If you thought of a literal electric chair, you're right. People suffered from severe burns, permanent neurological damage, fell into coma and died left and right because of this treatment, which again did not bother the physicians. I don't get it. Something good also happened. In France, Philippe Pinel freed the patients of Salpêtrière, which is shown on this very famous painting. By freeing, they meant unchaining them, which was a giga-revolutionary idea at the time. 19th century in general was a turning point, the birth of an idea of humane attitude towards the mentally ill, and the birth of psychiatry itself as a science. However, the innovation continued. In the very same hospital that Pinel freed a few decades after, women were treated for hysteria, which was basically female blue balls, and the method of treatment was, how do you call it, manual. But by hand. And I'm not making this up, people. Moreover, later on they noticed that this is rather tiresome, so they forced the poor souls to literally, and I mean literally, fuck themselves with wooden dildos. That's all that happened up until 20th century, where we end this video because it's already way too long. There were also a couple of things that didn't make the cut, like the word lunatic, which was an official term 300 years ago, and it was based on the idea that the moon messes up with people's heads, hence the name. Join me in part 2, where we'll discuss how the same dude who invented this also paved the way for lobotomy, how Michel Foucault was so traumatized working in Psyward that he became a philosopher, and the birth of the king of all, Haloperidol, aka Haldol. Thanks for watching and see ya! There.